Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. I see because I have Jesus in my life. I always say my life is a testimony. Hello, my name is Priscilla Ademola. Today I want to share my life testimony with you. I will speak in English. English is not my native language, but with English you can reach more people. I want to share my life story with you. I was born and raised in Suriname. Suriname is in South America. Our neighbor countries are Brazil, French Guiana, and Guyana. I grew up with my parents and my sister. As a child, I had a good childhood. But there came a point that my mother and my father, they separated, and then my mother moved to the Netherlands. My father, he always take good care of us, and my mother as well. But the relationship between my mother and father was not going well, so my mother decided to move to the Netherlands. And then my mother, she left me and my sister with my grandmother, so we stayed like 2 years with my grandmother. It was good, but I missed my mother a lot, and in the 2 years something happened. I was sexually abused by a family member, and believe me, I was really broken. I was really broken. I was thinking how he could do such a thing. He's supposed to protect me, but I was really, really broken. And I could not tell anybody about it because he was threatening me. If I would say anything about it, I would die. You can imagine how painful and hurtful it was. And I was asking myself, why he did such horrible things with me. He's supposed to protect me. As I'm speaking to you now, it's really hurting me that how he could do such a thing. But I could not tell anybody about it, and I was thinking a lot. About it, what was going on. I was really broken, I was sad, and I was telling him, no, I don't want it. But you can imagine if someone threatens you, how scared you will be. And he's supposed to protect me, but it happened. And after the 2 years, me and my sister finally moved to the Netherlands, and that was my chance. I say I have to tell my mother, but I was afraid to tell her. So I was looking for ways how to tell my mother. And I took courage and I write a letter to my mother and I explained what happened to me. My mother was heartbroken. She was really heartbroken. She couldn't, and I never blame my mother what happened to me, because I knew my mother moved to the Netherlands, to have a better life, so that we could have a better future. So I never blame my mother, and she was really heartbroken. And she confronted the family member and he admit what he did to me, and I told my mother, just leave it like that, because you must have evidence if you want to make a police case of it. But I just leave it like that. And I was really battling with the things, what I went through. It was horrible. It was really horrible. Yes. It was horrible what happened to me. But I had to continue. I had to continue with life, and in my life, in my growing up, I came across friends, and I was doing a lot of rough things in my life. Actually, I didn't care about life anymore. I was like, that things happened to me, so what, let it go. I didn't care about anything what was going on with me anymore. I was broken. I was really broken, but I was like, yeah, I was having boyfriends here and there, so I was looking for love, and I had a lot of boyfriends. I dated married men. I was really not proud of that, but I didn't know any better, and I was really having a rough lifestyle. Rough, if I say rough, really, really rough. My dressing style was not good at all. The way I was dressing, like very short things, it was really not a good dressing style what I had. And I was going to club every week. We are going to club party here, there. Sometimes if we were stepping into a club, the people were looking at us like, look them, they are coming again. They have like a name for us, like the, let me say, like hoes, or kind of things, and they have a name for us. And at that time I thought I was, like, oh, I'm all that, but I was doing like I was tough, but from inside I was really broken. I was really broken from inside, but at the outside appearance I was doing like I'm rough, I'm all that. And a lot of things happened to me. I get a lot of diseases. It was really terrible. All the diseases you can think of, but only HIV I didn't get, thank God. And I was like really a mess. I was really a mess. I remember one time I went to the club with my so-called boyfriend, and he was insistent to me that I had to get drunk, and as I was drinking, suddenly I start to feel dizzy, and what happened, I don't know, but I woke up with 3 men around me. What they did to me, only God knew what happened to me. And really, God really protect me, because I could have been dead. Thinking back, could have been dead. And as life goes on, I was really broken. I was a mess. I was really a mess. And suddenly there came a time in my life, I went to one of my aunts. I think it was in Amsterdam. I went to my aunt, and we went to the church. And I went to the church. I was like, okay. I went to the church. I remember sitting on the back. I was like having glasses, dark glasses, and I just sit, look what is going on. And the preacher was just talking, but I was hearing him, but I was not that focused, And suddenly he he was preaching, and he said, who want to give their life to Christ? I was like, no, I'm not ready. In my head I was hearing, yes, do it, no, yes, no. I was really battling, Then suddenly someone came to me. She said, you want to make a decision, but you are thinking, you are doubting yes or no. And then I took the decision. She brought me to the front. I gave my life to Christ. It was so amazing. I was like, I was so happy. It was the best time in my life. It was really the best time in my life. And I gave my life to Christ. And I was wondering, okay, I gave my life to Christ. Can I still go to party? Can I still, drink? Can I still wear certain kind of clothes? I was really like, I was having a lot of questions, But I discovered the closer I was building the relationship up with God, but the closer I was getting, to know God, to know Him more, I was losing interest of these worldly things around me. And I had to make decisions in my life. I had to make decisions in my life that Friends, I had to let them go. I had to let them go. You know, it was not easy. And people were talking about me that I like, oh, this woman, this girl, she's crazy now. She don't want to hear nothing about, going out to club. And people were saying a lot of things, you know. They didn't expect it that I could change my life could change, you know, because you know when you find Jesus, your life must change. If people don't see change in your life, then you have to ask your question: do you really give your life genuinely to God? You know, so people were seeing changes in my life. They were like, wow, are you the one? They were really surprised, you know. But I say no. Where I came from, I will never go back. Never, you know. And I started to build a relationship up with God. And I was in my journey with God, I started to learn about forgiveness. God gave me a song to minister, and God told me before I minister the song, and the name of the song is A Heart That Forgive. And I was thinking, a heart that forgive. Father, I forgive my family member that did this to me. And God told me I have to call the family member and to tell him that I forgive him. You know, it was not easy. It was not easy to take the step, but God's grace was there, you know. And I looked for the phone number. I finally find the phone number, and I call him. And I told him that time my name was Miralva. I will tell you later on how God changed my name to Priscilla. And I told him, I say, hello, you're speaking with Miralva, and I'm a born-again Christian. I gave my life to Christ, and I learned about forgiveness. You know, the Word of God tells us that we have to forgive. And I call you to tell you that I forgive you for everything you have done to me. And he was a little bit quiet, and he told me, I will ask God that God can forgive me also. You know, he's not a Christian, you know, but he say those words to me. And I say, I forgive you. And you know what I tell him? I tell him, I love you with the love of God. And I drop the phone. And when I drop the phone, believe me, a burden has left me completely. I was free. I was rejoicing. I was really free. I want to tell you, when you forgive, doors open for you. You know, forgiveness is not for the person, it is for yourself, you know, so that you can have peace. I let go because the Bible teaches us that we have to forgive. Before we stand to pray, we have to forgive the person that did something to us. Because if we not forgive, our Heavenly Father cannot forgive us. You know, we have to forgive. God's grace is available. Don't look what a person have done to you. If you think that, oh, the person did such a horrible thing, you will not able to forgive. You know? So God's grace is there for you. Ask Him, God, give me. Just say, I receive the grace to forgive. Because if you don't forgive, you will have bitterness in your heart. You will have pain in your heart. Believe me. Give it to God. Give it to God. You let go, then the healing process starts. You know? Because if you forgive, you can pray for the person. You know? Believe me, I can pray for that family member. I can pray for him. You know, I don't have anything. And this same family member, he did something, not he did something to me again, but he said something that really hurts me. You know? He said something again that really hurts me, you know, after okay, let me say it like this. I am now currently living in Suriname. I came from the Netherlands back to Suriname. So when I met that family member, he said something that really it was so hurtful, and those memories want to come back of everything what he done to me. But I say no. I forgive him. I forgive him. The devil wanted to bring all those memories, but I say no, I forgive him. So I want to tell you, don't look what people have done to you, but forgive and let go. And yes, I really thank God, for my life, for what God is doing in my life. I say my life is a testimony. If I look how I was and where I am now, it's only the glory of God. Only the mercy of God. The grace of God brought me this far. And I came at a point in my life, I met my husband. We are married, we have 4 children. I thank God for the transformation. I never thought that I would get married, Then in the past, I didn't think any good thing could happen to me. I never think about getting married, becoming something good in the society. Never. And I thank God at the point where I am now. Me and my husband, we are together in ministry, serving God, And I want to tell you, if God could do it for me, He can do it for you also. Don't think, oh, my lifestyle is bad, this, that. No, God doesn't look at that. He wants that you come to Him, and you surrender everything to Him. Give your life to Him. God can transform you. God can transform you. He transformed me. He gave me a new name. A new name. My name was Mirelva then. But now God gave me another name. My name is now Priscilla. I have a lot to say. But what I want to say mostly is forgive, let go. The old thing is passed away. The old thing is past. Where is the old? It's on your back, behind you. And I can tell you that today God is doing new things in my life. And I'm so grateful for that God is doing new things in my life. God transformed me completely. I was a mess. And look what God did. I was really a mess. I was broken, but God healed me. God gave me a new name. I was broken, but grace has found me. Grace has found me. I can say today, my life is transformed. And God is still working with me. He's not done with me yet. He's still working on me. Of course, when you give your life to Christ, you have to work on certain things. You will have down moments. But Jesus is on your side. You are more than a conqueror. So you will never give up. But you have to allow God to mold you. To be the woman, the man He wants you to be. God has great plans for you. God has also great plans for me. I didn't know it then. But God has great plan. So what I want to say, give your life to Christ. Give your life to Christ. Give your life to Christ. If God could do it for me, He can do it for you also. And with my testimony, I just want to encourage someone that don't give up. Don't give up. Give God the time to work on you. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. bless you. Shalom.
All these pieces, broken and scattered, in mercy gathered, mended and whole, empty-handed, but not forsaken. I've been set free, I'm walking free. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Whoa, I was once lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Grace, your grace. I'm nothing without you. Let's talk about your grace. Your grace, it shines on me. Oh, it's grace, your grace. I'm nothing without you. Oh, it's grace, your grace shines on me. Who am I, Lord, that you're mindful of me? Who am I that you gave your life for me? Changed my story, now I live in glory. Saved by grace, now I walk in victory. Who am I, Lord, that you're mindful of me? Who am I that you gave your life for me? Changed my story, now I live in glory. Saved by grace, now I walk in victory. Your grace has found me just as I am. Found me just as I am. Found me just as I am. Oh, your grace has found me just as I am. Found me just as I am. Found me just as I am. Thank you, Jesus.